What's going on, everybody? As always, I'm Dakota,
And I'm Blake.
and basically, if you're watching this, you're obviously on YouTube, so we've switched it up a little bit. SoundCloud just wasn't working. We had to pay for it. Plus, a lot of people were complaining that they couldn't watch it sometimes, and that it's just not an app that everyone uses. So we figured we switch it to YouTube. Everybody probably has YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody does.
Yeah. So it's easier because you can subscribe to us, you can like the videos, you can comment, and it just helps us. I think if we were to get big, it would be easier to do on YouTube than SoundCloud, I guess. And yeah, I don't know why we didn't do it before, but
We'll
um,
eventually get to iTunes and all that, but I think
yeah,
we need to get a logo and all that started
yeah.
so
iTunes
that
is kind of, it just seems like a pain, really. But
it's not that much of a pain. There's some restrictions on it, but I'll work through it.
yeah, yeah. I think eventually we'll have it on YouTube and iTunes, but yeah. Anyway, so today we're gonna do rounds 7 through 8, which kind of sucks. You'll have to listen if you haven't heard the rounds before. You'll have to go on SoundCloud, um, but first of all, we're gonna start off with some bold predictions, and I'm super curious, Blake. So you go first.
All right. My bold prediction. I was gonna spring it on you last week, but I
Hmm.
figured I would unload Short Bus Eli on you. So my bold prediction this week is AP another 1,000 yards this year.
You think AP is getting another 1,000 yards?
Hey, that's bold.
That's
It's real
super
bold.
bold, especially with Darius Geis there now. Well, back.
I Well, hopefully he comes back, but
Oh, he's coming back. He's their starter, but it's kind of shaky there. They have so many running backs.
I know they still have Chris Thompson, and I
Yeah.
think they still
Do they
did
still
they
have Fat
draft
Rob?
someone? No, they do not have Fat Rob.
Oh wow, the
I forgot about him.
disrespect, bro.
Totally forgot about him.
Yeah, I know they have Chris Thompson. They have AD, and then they have the the Juice. But yeah, that's pretty bold.
It's pretty bold.
Super
Nobody,
bold.
nobody saw him do it last year, or thought that he
Nobody,
would do it
yeah,
last year.
no,
But I think he could do it again. He's still got a little bit of fuel in the tank.
yeah, for sure. I feel like that team likes to run too,
Yeah, they do.
especially who's their quarterback now?
They drafted the quarterback. What's his face?
Yes.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
even think of his name.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, there you go. The
But
only name that came to my mind was Daniel Jones, but he's on the Giants.
yeah, Rongo.
Rongo.
All right, so my bold prediction is I can't even say his freaking name, but all right, just bear with me, okay? Yannick Ngakwe. Relax.
Okay.
Yannick Ngakwe. I feel like I'm close. Ngakwe leads the league in sacks this year.
Okay.
He's on a contract year. He's had 9, 13, and 9.5. So I think you know who he is, right?
No, I don't.
He plays for the Jaguars.
Does he?
Yes, he's like a he's got like really good speed, and yeah, it's his fourth year, so I think he's just gonna break out. I think he has to because it is contract year. They said he can get around 22 million a year or something like that.
So he has something to prove, pretty much.
Yeah, but I think he leads the league in sacks. I think he could go above like 18, 19. So
Jeez, that's a lot of sacks.
yeah, it's pretty bold because he hasn't even gone past like 12 and a half. So
Yeah.
but and you don't even know who he is. And I just
Nope.
wanted to try his name, to be honest.
Yep. When you were saying it, I couldn't help you. I
Yeah,
felt I felt really bad.
thanks. I was helpless. All right. um, let's move on to the mock draft part of it, the longest portion. Today's round 7 through 8. This round was hard, Blake. Was it hard for you?
It was. I just don't know where to take quarterbacks, and
I
when I
stick
went in
sticking to my
doubt,
trueness.
yeah,
Never.
when in doubt, I went with a quarterback. So,
Yeah, when in doubt, psych. I'm going with a kicker.
oh, okay, Justin Tucker for the win.
Better than a quarterback. No, Yeah, this one was hard. Like it made me think. I'm glad we're doing this because with the simulations and stuff, that we do like just on SleeperBot, I think my team's always good, so I'm like, oh, whatever. But like when we're doing it like this, where I'm picking round 7 through 8 is just like I I didn't really take any running backs because there isn't any. So it helps me like pick a running back earlier in the rounds, pretty much. Like
Yeah,
I feel like you have to.
I got a couple running backs, but they're definitely like iffy.
Yeah, they're
You're
like
taking a risk.
you're really taking risks. Yeah, but okay. So yeah, 7 through 8. I'll let you start 61. So this
Six.
is round one or pick one, round 7.
Yep. Pick 61. I went with Lamar Miller.
Okay.
Last year he did surprisingly well. He had 1,200 scrimmage yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yep. He had 973 rushing yards, which I was mind blown by.
Yeah, and I feel like he does that every year. I feel like he's not really a running back people want to draft, and I feel like Houston doesn't really want him as a running back, but just due to Dante Foreman going down, they kind of just were like, okay, we have him, so we got to play him. Because I think they have Alfred Blue as their third guy,
Yeah.
and Lamar Miller's way better than Alfred Blue. But I have him here because Dante Foreman, he tore his Achilles, and that's a real rough injury to come back from.
Yeah.
So who knows when he'll come back this year? I know for sure he'll come back this year because he was out all last year.
Yeah. Yeah. I know they're high on Dante Foreman too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about him, but who knows how that Achilles is going to work, especially with a running back.
yeah, I think Lamar kind of went off at the end of the year too. Like he
Yeah,
kind of like got into his own. He had a couple big run plays too. I think.
yeah. And that was on 15 games. He didn't play in Dallas, and he didn't play against Philly last year,
Yeah. Exactly. So that's
so
pretty
it's not too
solid.
bad.
So
But yeah, that's my pick.
so RuneScape just turned off,
Oh
and
no.
does the audio go through? Because it was like, does it go
I
through?
I don't think so. I
Because
don't know.
it just says desktop audio.
Hopefully not. You're gonna have to cut all this out.
I know that'd be easy, but yeah, that's tough. I hope it doesn't. I almost want to start over.
No, let's keep going.
Okay.
So yeah, my pick was Lamar Miller.
Well, I'll just start because it was kind of you were just done, kind of.
Yeah,
So, okay, so it's my 61st pick, which is first pick, 7th round. I took Kenyon Drake, which you had him like a little bit higher, right? It wasn't that
I
far.
had yeah, round 5, pick 9. So what is that? 49.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I got him quite a bit higher.
Yeah. So you have him. That's like 2 rounds before me. A round and
Uh,
round and some change.
yeah,
But
around
yeah,
some change.
Blake's very high on Kenyon Drake. I'm I like Kenyon Drake. I just know there's a battle going on, which Kenyon Drake's probably gonna win because he should win it. But yeah, so if you could get Kenyon Drake here, I feel like that's a solid pick.
Yeah, it's a safer pick.
Yeah, but yeah, since we already talked about him, there's not much to say. He's a good running back. He also had that crazy play against the Patriots to win the game. So
Later, Gronk made him
yeah,
retire.
is that what made him retire?
I don't know. He looked real slow on that play.
He
So
sure did. Should not have been playing safety.
yeah, who puts? Okay, yeah, I don't want to go into that.
Put Josh Gordon back there.
Exactly. Who put the slowest tight end, aging tight end back there, and he's juked.
Okay, so my six, I'll go 62. My 62nd pick is Mike Williams, and Blake had him. You had him here. You had him a little higher than me too, huh?
3 picks before this one, so
Okay.
pretty
Yes,
close.
we touched on him already, but I mean he had 10 touchdowns. So Philip Rivers, and that was a lot towards the end too.
Yeah, it
Philip
was.
Philip Rivers, obviously like throwing to him in the end zone. He's a bigger receiver. And I would like to see like his receptions go up, but if you can actually get him here or where Blake had him, then I think you're getting like a guy that can like either break out or a guy that's probably just gonna be steady. Like you don't really know when to start him, but
Yeah, I think he's a solid flex play. Like you said, he can break out and do really well for your team, or he can hurt your team just sitting
yeah,
there in the flex.
obviously you're probably gonna have more receivers, at this
Yeah.
point in the draft, but he could be that guy that could take over like your flex position the whole season just because I mean Mike Williams was so good at Clemson, so
Yeah. Clemson just bumps out receivers.
we sure do. DeAndre
Hopkins. And then
Hopkins.
Marte. Oh.
Uh, Martavis Bryant.
Oh, he was so good.
He
I
was
miss watching
so
him.
good, bro. Justin Blackman?
No.
Okay. Go ahead. Do your 60-second.
62nd, I got a receiver here as well. I got Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshin.
I don't really like drafting him, but he still puts up decent numbers. Hopefully he stays healthy. Health's always been an issue in his career,
Yeah.
but I feel like Carson Wentz trusts him enough, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about Alshon.
He only played 13 games last year, and he still had 843 yards. So I think if he would have played every game, he probably would have cracked 1,000
He
easily.
could have, yeah. And then what? Carson Wentz was out near the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean they still had Nick Foles, so
Yeah, Nick Foles was still pretty good.
but
So
yeah, I think Alshon could easily get 1,000 yards in that offense. His receptions were only 60. He only had 65, which still isn't terrible. But in a PPR, you kind of want him to have like 80. But Alshon could be that flex guy too. So
yeah, and he's a number one tech. Well, I guess he's number two in that offense behind Zach Ertz, but the number
yeah,
one
he's the
receiver.
number one receiver for sure. But yeah, so that was 62. You can go do
Yep.
63. Go ahead.
63, I have the fourth tight end going off, and I have him a little high, but that's because I like him. So, got OJ Howard here.
OJ Howard.
Yeah,
That's pretty high.
it is pretty high. But if you look at his stats from last year,
Before he got hurt.
yeah, before he got hurt, it's just double digits every week except for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. He was a solid tight end. I had him. He was my tight end until he got hurt when I needed him
Exactly.
most.
And hopefully he picks up where he left off, and that's what I'm basing it off of. You can't find tight ends that get you double digits every week.
Yeah,
So,
you sure can't. Man, that's
it's
crazy.
super hard.
I don't even have him. I saw
Yeah,
him.
but
I saw him in the ADP, but I was just like, he's coming off injury.
he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he established himself though with Winston, and I think
He
Winston
should.
actually
Him and Evan Ingram should be top 3, top 4 tight ends in the league. So,
they should.
but
Probably
yeah,
not top three because of the actual top three, but top five for sure.
yeah. But coming into the league, like Evan Ingram was supposed to be a star. OJ
Yeah, I think
Howard was. They had a lot, just kind of like how it is now with Noah Font and T.J. Huckerson or Heckerson, whatever his name is.
yeah.
All the hype, but
So
yeah.
yeah, that
So
was my 63.
okay, so my 63 is Lamar Miller, not too far off of yours.
Nope.
So I mean, we already touched on it. He gets honestly, what surprised me was he's getting 4.6 yards per carry, which
Yeah.
is actually really solid. Um, I mean, basically every time he touches the ball, he's getting you point 0.5 fantasy points. So, but yeah, we already touched on him. So I'll do 64. I have Robbie Anderson.
Okay.
I love Robbie Anderson.
I do too.
I just feel like he always gets hurt some way. He played 14 games last year, which is solid.
Didn't he have some issues in the off season?
With like
What was it? I forget what it was, but I know there were some
injury or
charges.
smoking.
I think it was smoking.
Yeah, something like that. But that was last season, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been.
Um, yeah. So Robbie Anderson is the number one receiver for the Jets. Him and Quincy Newman, but Quincy plays the slot, so
Yeah, but when they took Quincy out of the slot, that's what happened to him last year. They took him out, and Quincy's numbers went way down.
yeah, Quincy should stay in the slot because he's so good at just running the flat routes and slants.
Yeah,
But
all the underneath stuff.
yeah, yeah. So Robbie Anderson, he had 50 receptions, which is trash. Like I see Robbie Anderson as like a star, like a not a star, but like almost there. You know, like where
Yeah,
he should.
he has
That's where
big
he
games.
should be. I feel like he's that good, but he also was with a rookie quarterback and Sam Darnold. So,
Yeah,
but he still had 752 yards, which is a good flex play every week, I would say.
and he really went off at the end of the year. I'm looking at his PBR stats.
Yeah,
Last 4 games, he had 17 and a half, 22 and a half, 29, and then the last game was 5.4.
oof.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
so
3 out of 4 weeks, he's getting 17 plus. So
I think with Robbie Anderson, it's just about consistency. So it's one of those. it's it's a hard start, but I feel like he could be a flex position for a lot of people. So
Yeah, and
that's
just ride on him. Hopefully
yeah,
Sam Darnold steps up too.
it's kind of like a Derrick Henry, but not as bad.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead. 64.
64. I got a quarterback here.
Oh
This
Lord,
is when I didn't know who to go with, so I went with Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Yep, always liked Andrew Luck. It was surprising and shocking to see him come back from not playing for what, a year and a half, and then just dominate last
Dominating.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I picked him here. He's got the same weapons as last year, really. They had a really good line last year too, and that's what really made his numbers go up because he was just getting murdered. They had one of the worst lines, so hopefully another year with this line just makes it that much better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's all you. I. Yeah. That's. Yeah. I'm
That's
not.
all me.
I'm not gonna say anything because, I mean, I like Andrew Luck. Obviously, is an MVP
Yeah,
candidate, but
definitely comeback player of the
yeah.
year.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that was your 64.
Yep,
You go ahead and do the next one then.
65.
Mhm.
Another quarterback.
Are you serious?
Yep, Deshaun
Who?
Watson.
Who are you, Deshaun?
Hey man, this is seventh round. This is like probably where I would pick a quarterback. If I had three running backs, three receivers, and I did not know who to get, and if I was looking at running backs and didn't like any of them, I'd probably pick a quarterback or tight end here.
I mean, this is you. Go ahead.
Deshaun Watson.
Mhm.
That's all I
Explain.
gotta say.
That's all you gotta say, huh?
No, he's him and Hopkins have a really good connection
Uh huh.
with Will Fuller in there.
If you can ever
He
stay freaking
it
healthy,
yeah. Once Will Fuller is healthy, that offense is so lethal because
it's
Will Fuller
nasty.
opens up a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, and
There's.
then not only the passing with Deshaun Watson, but his rushing.
Yeah, he
He
runs too much. It's scary.
it is scary, but it helps in fantasy. That's where a lot of his points come from, and there's a lot of 30-point weeks from him in fantasy. So
Yeah, he played with broken ribs, didn't he, last year, or
yeah.
something like that? A torn spleen. I don't
Oh
fucking
yeah,
know. I don't
because
remember.
yeah, I think it was no, it was a punctured lung, and he couldn't ride on the airplane.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, he rode a bus all the way to a game that was like 24-hour bus ride or something like that.
Yeah, commitment. But yeah, he had 30-point games last year.
Yeah, he
So
had games where he went off, and then I feel like when he was injured, it
yeah, I
wasn't as
think that was
good.
that week against Buffalo because he had a 5-point week. But other than that, he pretty much lit everyone on fire.
Yeah, I love Deshaun. I love the Texans. Honestly, if I wasn't a Ravens fan, I'd probably be a Texans fan. But
Yeah,
just
promise you.
a fan of
I,
the Texans.
yeah, I like him just because of Hopkins, but
Yeah,
Watson's growing on me too.
yeah, he's a
But
stud. So that was
I promise you,
65.
I only have one more quarterback in these rounds.
Jesus,
So,
bejeebus guy,
but I have a couple more tight ends. So,
Lord, Lord, I I'm so glad that Drake, what the heck, Blake, Blake Drake, Blake's in my fantasy this year. Whew, easy dubs.
easy dubs.
65. I got the Juice, Darius Geis, which is crazy because you have AP, right?
What before guys?
Oh no, you just said he was gonna get 1,000. Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
so I have Darius Geis. He's a rookie. He's coming off an ACL tear, but he is the number one as of now. So I like Darius Geis coming out of college, and then last year, like when Team Stream was like, "Oh, the Juice tore his ACL," I was like, "Wow, that sucks, man."
yeah, that was pretty sad.
But I was like, I mean, I didn't expect AP to go off like he did, but
Yeah,
I think that run game can actually be like super nice, kind of like a Saints running back situation. But um, yeah. So
it
I
could be.
I like I just personally I like Darius Guys, and seeing him as probably the number one is gonna make me draft him here. If he's not number one, I'll probably take AD here
Yeah.
in the same area. But yeah,
So if Geis was out, let's say first 4 weeks, just as precautionary, you know what I mean? Would you take AP?
yeah. But I'm pretty sure Geis is practicing and training camp right now, so I don't think
Yeah, I
he's
think he's
out.
fine. But
Cause
they'll probably slowly work him in.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see for sure. I don't know too much about the Redskins, but
I don't either.
yeah. So you've done 65, right?
Yep.
Okay, 66. I have a guy who broke out. He's got blue hair. I think it's blue, but I'm taking Dante Pettis.
I think it's is it blue or pink?
Blue and pink, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's awful. But okay, so he only had 27 receptions last year, 467 yards, 5 touchdowns. But I think it was all at the end. I'm pretty sure it was all at the end.
He only had 26 receptions.
27.
27. That's still really good stats for only 27 receptions.
Right? And he's that number one guy in that offense now. Because if you think about it, at the beginning of the year, Dante Pettis was not. I don't even know if he was a slot, the third receiver, you know? 'Cause
Yeah,
they
I don't
had.
think he was playing, but Pierre got hurt, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't even know who else they have other than Dante.
They had Pierre. They had Marquise Goodwin, didn't they?
Oh
Or
yeah,
no.
he got hurt
Yeah,
too.
Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah, they both got hurt.
Yeah, so Dante Pettis, I feel like I'm pretty sure he's the number one receiver for the Niners, which could be pretty lethal with Jimmy Garoppolo, and then, um, yeah, I mean, it's kind of I don't know if it's a reach, but
It could be a little bit of reach just because you don't know what he's really done with Garoppolo because I think he went off with
crappy
Mullins.
quarterbacks, yeah,
But Garoppolo should get it done.
yeah, for sure.
That was your 66?
Yep, 66.
All right. I got Rashad Penny at 66. And I feel like that's a little late for him. But this is where I feel comfortable taking him just based off of what he did last year. But he was kind of the third fiddle last year, so
Yeah, but he's definitely the second fiddle now.
yeah. So that's why I have him here. Is hopefully he proves himself and actually gets Mike Davis's carries.
Yeah, you only have him 7 picks behind me, so
Yeah, so it's not too far behind. But this is where I feel comfortable taking him. I could see myself maybe a little bit earlier, but it's just an unknown there. But Seattle's known to run the ball, so it's kind of like they're fighting each other. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um,
But
yeah. I mean, Rashad Penny's. I like Rashad Penny. Penny. I can't talk right now. Why can't I talk, Blake?
it's all good. I can't talk either. Super
It was a
tired.
long day of work.
Too much
Super
Stranger
long.
Things last night.
Oof. Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
Was that spot on or
It
no?
was pretty solid.
Do it every time the intro song comes on.
That should be our intro song then.
All right, let's do it.
All right, go ahead. Go do the next pick.
67.
Yep.
I got DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
I feel like I don't think I will draft DJ Moore, but just based off the skill, this is where I have him. And I've been saying this in the past episodes. I just don't know how Cam's going to come back from that shoulder injury.
Yeah.
It was just bad watching him throw the ball last year,
It was awful.
and it was not fun to watch. Cam's usually pretty fun to watch, but I have DJ Moore here. I feel like he had a solid year last year before Cam got injured. He had some really good games. He had some games where he just disappeared.
Yeah.
He could be a solid flex. So, and
Yeah.
then they've added a lot of receivers too. They added a Hogan. They still have Curtis Samuel.
Does Hogan count though?
I don't
know.
Not really in an offense like that.
Yeah, not really in an offense.
Why? You
Hogan's.
bashing on Chris Hogan?
Yes.
He had some games with the Patriots.
Yes, he did.
That's probably it though.
Yeah, that's probably it for the rest of his career.
Yeah. So that's my 67.
That was 67 for you? Okay.
Yeah.
My 67 is my fourth tight end off the board.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Mhm.
You have no idea.
Let me take a guess.
No, because I don't want you to ruin it.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
Evan Ingram.
Wrong. I'm taking Eric Ebron.
Oh, that was my second guess. I
No,
was
it
just about
wasn't.
to say
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. You're right. You know
Okay.
me.
Eric Ebron went off last year, for sure.
He did.
He had 13 touchdowns, which is pretty nuts.
He had a bunch of weeks with what double scores pretty much.
Yeah, like 3 touchdowns, 4. Did he have a 4 touchdown week? I'm pretty sure he did. He just
might
kept
have.
throwing him the ball. He also had 66 receptions for a tight end. That's pretty good. 750 yards. pretty good. I mean, any of those numbers in this time and day is just good for a tight end, you know.
Yeah.
But the 13 touchdowns is pretty ridiculous. Um, yeah. The only problem I have with Eric Ebron is, uh, what's his face is coming back.
Jack Doyle.
Yeah,
Doyle
Jack Doyle.
rules.
Doyle rules. Um, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna run a lot of two tight end sets. So
Yeah, and I feel like they've always done that because they've had Doyle and who was the other guy they had who went to the Patriots?
Jeff Saturday.
No, that's the center. The other tight end.
Went to the Patriots? Oh,
Yeah,
uh, God, he's so irrelevant, Blake.
I know, but they ran double tight end with him, and then they got rid of him.
Right. God, I
Yeah,
don't know his name. I can see his face though.
yeah. It'll probably pop in like 6 picks, and I'll
Yeah,
yell at randomly.
probably. But yeah, so I have Ebron there. I mean, I'm not too high on taking tight ends, but there's not a whole lot of players to be honest in these rounds.
Exactly.
So, but I won't take a quarterback.
Okay.
Okay. So you did 67?
Yep.
Okay, I'll do 68. I have
Go for
Alshon
it.
here. You have him like 4 picks before me,
6.
6 picks before me. So same round. Uh, we pretty much already talked about him. He's the number one receiver technically. If he can stay healthy all 16 games, I think he gets 1,000 yards. Like I said, but I think this is a good value pick for sure. Go ahead and do 69 or 68.
68. Yeah. I got my boy Latavius.
Oh
Why do you have him next?
yes.
Yeah. With that offense, I think that's one of the highest running offenses in the league besides Seattle. I just got to steal the second running back taking over for Mark Ingram. So
Yeah, and
I got
Latavius is
Latavius Murray
nice.
here. And I think, I don't know if I said this in an episode or if we were just talking, but he's more of just a red zone guy, so he's going to get a lot of the scores.
Yeah, even though he only had 6 touchdowns last year for the Vikings, in an offense that didn't have Dalvin Cook pretty much all season.
Yeah, I think they didn't have Dalvin like the first half.
Yeah, but it was always like, oh, is Dalvin gonna play? Is Dalvin not gonna play?
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean,
But
Dalvin would play, but
but to defend him the first half of the year, we were throwing the ball so much.
yeah, you're like, ooh, we have Kirk Cousins now. Let's chuck this ball up.
Yeah, with no offensive line.
There was a
Darren
there was a
Hope.
span of like 3 games where Latavius went off for sure. Got me like 22 points pretty much consistently for the 3 weeks. So he went off when they started using him. They gave him the ball a lot. But yeah, I think with the Saints offense, he goes off.
I think so too. I like this pick honestly. I think this is a steal in this round.
Yeah, it's like drafting Mark Ingram. If people or I don't know. I last year I drafted Mark Ingram pretty late,
Yeah,
and it didn't really like work out in my favor like I thought it would. But
he still had some
he
production.
still had some good games. Yeah. Okay, you might as well just do 69 because my 69th pick is Latavius. So,
Okay,
but we already talked about it. So.
so 69, I got Tevin Coleman, and this
Oh,
is my first Niners back off the board. I believe. Yeah, it is.
jeez, you
And
got him super late.
yeah, super late, but I have them super late because there's 16 running backs there, so their whole team's running backs. Their offensive line's running backs. So
Yeah, but they're not gonna sign Telvin Coleman to not make him number one. They paid him pretty good, so
they paid Jerick McKinnon more,
yeah,
and they still held on to him.
Jerick McKinnon isn't as good as Tevin Coleman.
No, he's not. I think they're kind of the same. Tevin Coleman's a better runner, and I think McKinnon is a little bit better of a receiver.
Yeah,
But then they still have Matt Breida back there who went off last year. If you had Matt Breida in fantasy last year, you were happy with him.
yeah, for sure.
So that's their third running back, and then they have Colonel Mustard.
Okay, okay,
Just too many running backs. That's why I have Tevin Coleman here. I love Tevin Coleman as a player, but
right.
just the whole committee just scares me a little bit.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's Tevin Coleman. I'd love to see that.
I think it will be. So
And
you
and
have
it
him
could.
here as a. You don't know who's gonna start for that team, but
I
I
think I think he starts, but
I think he gets a lot of the carries, and even if it's like Kamara Ingram was, it's still gonna. I think it still is gonna be nice. I feel like that offense has a lot of potential to be good.
I think so too. And
But
it
it's the
does help.
Niners, and I hate to think like the Niners are gonna be good. You know, I don't know. I just don't really like the Niners.
Their defense is going to be good.
Yeah, that team could be solid, honestly, if everyone stays healthy. Jimmy
Yeah. The
Garoppolo.
the thing with Tevin Coleman though, nice thing about him playing for the Falcons was Shanahan was over there and then went to the Niners. So hopefully Shanahan just puts him as starter,
Yeah, for sure.
and that could happen.
Yeah, it
Probably
definitely,
will happen.
it probably would.
So yeah, that's my 69.
Okay, I'll do 70 then. My 70 is A Rob, Allen Robinson. It sucks that he didn't have such a good year last. It was a good year, but it wasn't an Allen Robinson year. Like I like Allen Robinson a lot. He only had 754 yards, which isn't terrible. 4 touchdowns, 55 receptions. He was so hit or miss though every week. It just you couldn't really play him.
Yeah,
But my hope is that Mitch Trubisky he was kind of low key nice last year,
he was
and
at least in fantasy.
yeah, I think he can get into his own. Like, I feel like Mitch might have a pretty breakout year.
Hopefully
Um,
not.
he, yeah, Blake being a Vikings fan doesn't want that at all. So, but um, yeah, I love A Rob. I know you like A Rob a lot too.
I do like A Rob.
Um, but yeah, it's a hard pick. I have him here at 70 because it's back to back.
Yeah,
And it's so late in the rounds. I'm telling you, there's not a whole lot back here. So if you don't have your team figured out by now, you're probably screwed.
yep.
But yeah, go ahead and do
I agree.
70.
70, I got Robbie Anderson. I probably should have
Robbie.
switched this with DJ Moore, with my just being skeptical on DJ Moore, but I have
Yeah,
Robbie Anderson here just because I'm skeptical on Sam Darnold. I think Darnold could step up, but they might go to more of a run style offense with Le'Veon, and then Robbie's just the deep threat. You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
So he probably won't have a lot of targets, but he could have a lot of touchdowns and a lot of deep deep throws to him. So I
Yeah,
do like Robbie. Hopefully he produces.
yeah, I like Robbie too. That you have him at 70 then?
Yeah,
Okay.
not
Um,
too
yeah, not
far
too
behind
far.
you.
I have him at 64, so 6 picks.
Yeah,
But all right, so that's did you do 69 and 70? I'll just let you do the next one.
71. I got Miles Sanders, rookie for Philly.
Miles Sanders. That's weird.
It is a little weird, but I don't know where to put any of the Philly running backs either.
Yeah.
So years past with Philly backs, I've just gotten screwed every year. It was what Ryan Matthews, DeMarco Murray. I feel like I've always gotten a piece of them, and like
Yeah, you had Matthews for sure.
I had DeMarco Murray too, and it doesn't work out. I
It
feel like
doesn't.
they just use a committee style, but hopefully Miles Sanders. This is definitely a risky pick, but hopefully he
Yeah,
is the
'cause
starter.
you probably don't know snot about him, huh?
What was that?
Snot.
She not.
You don't know crap about Miles Sanders. I can
No, I
guarantee
sure
you
don't.
that. So that's definitely a yeah.
But I'd rather take him over Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard's a good runner, but he cannot catch the ball, and I feel like Philly needs kind of
They
a
got
back who can do both.
they got Smallwood.
Yeah,
You mean
they've had Smallwood for years.
so you think the same way about AD? You
What do you mean about AD? Because he can't catch?
can't catch the ball.
Yeah, but the Redskins are going to be a run team. I feel like Philly's more of like,
Philly
I don't know,
tries to run. Look at them with J.J. I mean, they tried.
yeah, that's true. I drafted J.J. too. That's another running back that just didn't work
Yeah.
out.
Yikes. Yeah, so
But
71, I have Jordan Howard.
I don't have Jordan Howard too far behind Miles Sanders, so
I mean,
it's really a toss up between the two. I feel like.
I feel like it's not though.
You don't think so?
I don't I don't think so. But I don't
It,
know anything about Miles Sanders. Like I see him there on the ADP, right?
yeah,
I see him there in the draft. I'm not touching him. Jordan Howard, I know a lot about Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard still had a really good season last year. He had 935 yards and 9 touchdowns.
did he really?
Yeah.
There's no
So
way.
he sure did. So I don't see why they wouldn't play Jordan Howard. Everyone acts like Jordan Howard's just dog crap. Like Like
He's not bad, but I just don't feel like he's that good.
no, I'm not saying like you. I've just heard it
Yeah,
a lot around the league. Like, oh, Jordan Howard, or like around just all my friends and stuff. But like Jordan Howard's like not a good running back. Like, oh, Tariq Cohen's so much better. But Jordan Howard still put up numbers. I think it just didn't fit with the new offense they were trying to run with Trubisky
yeah,
being quarterback. But I think Jordan Howard is one of those picks where he could be a sleeper. Just imagine like where people took him last year. Third round, second round, I guarantee it.
yeah, that's true.
It's he didn't just fall off because he got old. He's like 26 years old, 25 years old, whatever, however old he is. He's not that old. So, um, I think
I th-
this is a safe pick for Jordan Howard. People might reach on Jordan Howard depending on how like training camp and preseason goes, but
I think for sure it'll be a battle between the two. I
yeah,
don't think
like I said,
Smallwood's even gonna get a
oh
chance.
no, Wendell Smallwood might. I don't know anything about this Miles guy, so if Miles is like a good receiving back, then I could see him taking it over Smallwood because Smallwood is not that good in my
No,
eyes. Um, but yeah, I like Jordan Howard so much. I don't see him just falling off out of nowhere. He almost had 1,000 yards last year, so
yeah,
there was a stretch of where Tariq Cohen was going off, where he was irrelevant in the offense. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got pretty serious right there. I feel like,
no, that's all good.
but yeah, I just like Jordan Howard. I'm not criticizing you for your pick because I don't know anything about Miles Sanders.
Yeah,
He
and I
could
don't
be
know
a
much about him
stud.
either.
Yeah, he could be a stud. I know that ADP has him going very high, even before Jordan Howard maybe. Um,
Yeah,
I think they're like neck and neck, like this pick and then maybe Jordan Howard's like two picks after. But I think it all comes down to preseason, training camp, them battling it out. But yeah, so that's my 71. 72. You did 71, right?
yep,
Oh yeah, because we have the same team but different running
yep,
backs.
yep.
Ooh, we can make a bet on that. You want to make a bet?
On Miles Sanders and
Yeah,
Jordan.
for a Funko.
All right, let's do it.
Okay,
Funko bet.
Funko bet. If y'all know what Funkos are, we're kind of nerdy. Just like
Super nerdy.
little bobblehead action figures that we put in our PCs. Well, I put in my PC. Then we have them all around our desk and stuff. But let's do this. Let's do $40 minimum, maximum.
Okay, yeah, maximum.
Okay, $40
But
maximum.
let's just do 20 to 40 bucks. 20 minimum, 40 max.
Okay, we'll just do. Okay, we'll do 20 max because we might do a lot of these where we have debates like
Okay.
this. So $20 max, which is, I mean, they only go for like 10 unless you're trying to get like cool ones. But I think Jordan Howard's gonna have a better year. You think Miles
I
Sanders will have a better year? Not really
they'll
knowing
probably have
him.
equal years, honestly.
Yeah, but we'll do another one. So all right, 72. I have Sterling Shepard, which is tough, but even with crappy Eli Manning and the one game of Geno Smith, he had 66 receptions, 872 yards, and four touchdowns. So I mean, he almost cracked 1,000 yards, and with Odell gone, uh, I think he could. I don't know if he's a number one receiver because he's smaller, but Sterling Shepard's a really good receiver. So
He is a good receiver, and he had his games
yeah,
where
I
he
think
he definitely filled in for OBJ. So
yeah, I don't know. Eli Manning's it's just an awful situation. I honestly
yeah, I
think
hope.
Eli Manning is gone within a game or two, and then
Yeah,
it's
what
just
did I
like
say for a bold prediction?
six
Did I say 4 games or 6?
6 games. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4, but I was like, that's too bold, and it's probably not gonna happen.
Oh, I'm
But
saying two. And I don't even think it's bold. It's just that's just inevitable. Like Eli's
yeah,
just done, man. But yeah, I don't know how that pick would work with Daniel Jones because I don't really like Daniel Jones.
I don't either. I think they should have gone Haskins.
I think yeah, Haskins or the other guy that went like third round ended up going third round. Uh,
Uh,
I can't
who?
I can't think of his name, man. But he was better and like he was rated on draft boards like in the first round, like top 15 pick. But
Yeah.
Drew Lock.
Oh, where did he go?
I don't remember.
Shoot, I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, but yeah, so I don't. It's a sketchy pick because Daniel Jones is probably going to start within the 2 games, 1 game. Uh, so I don't know how that connection's going to be, but
Oh, Locke went to the Broncos.
oh, that's right. Yep. Shout out Chase, Broncos fans, and my mom who likes 5 different teams in the NFL. But Yeah. So Sterling Shepard, number one receiver for that team.
It's not
Um,
a bad pick.
their receiving core sucks. Their receiving core is so terrible unless they drafted some this year, but still.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's if Evan Ingram can step up too, that would help so much.
that would help a lot. And I think he will. Evan Ingram always stepped up with
Do you think that
no
because you have him on
other.
your draft board right now?
A couple picks away.
Okay, 72 for you.
62? Or is it 72? Yeah, it is 72.
You do this every
I
episode, bro.
know, dude.
I'm just gonna
It's
start
just,
writing them down rounds instead of numbers.
no, it's all good. So 72, I got the last quarterback in these rounds. I
Oh
promise you,
my
Dakota. I got Baker
god.
going here.
Baker?
Yes.
Bro.
Rookie year. 3,700 yards and 27 touchdowns.
Okay,
14
Miles.
games.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid. If he played those first two games, he has over 4,000 yards and he probably has over 30 touchdowns. And that's a really good rookie year.
Kirk Cousins is better than Baker Mayfield.
Yes, but no.
I feel like Kyler Murray's a better pick.
You think so? Than Baker?
Yes.
With all those weapons?
A lot of weapons, I get it. I don't know. I just don't like Baker, bro.
I
I'm
like Baker. I like him as a player, honestly.
I just
And what he
I
did
think
with Cleveland. I
I
mean, Cleveland turned around last year.
it might be because I'm a Ravens fan and
It's probably that. It's the same thing for Mitch. You know what I mean? For me.
yeah, cuz he did well, yes. He didn't hit Jarvis enough, so
He
that
spread the ball.
gets under
That's
my
what he
skin a
did.
little bit. Um yeah, he spread the ball.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there was just games where he just got destroyed. Like against the Ravens the last game, he threw like 4 picks, 3 picks.
Yeah, but he's still. You know how many points he had that week still?
I'm sure he had a lot because just back and forth.
Yeah,
It was a crazy
21
game.
points
Yeah.
with 4 interceptions, which is insane.
Yeah, so I mean Baker's nice, don't get me wrong. I've I don't take quarterbacks. So this is all Blake's board.
Yeah,
It's who you prefer to listen to, so that's kind of why we're doing this whole thing. But yeah.
that's the last quarterback. I promise you.
Oh god, thank you.
So that was 72.
72, you go ahead and do 73.
73. I got A-Rob, Allen Robinson,
Ooh.
and I love Allen Robinson as a person. I just don't like Mitch.
No.
I think Mitch will step up. Unfortunately,
Mitch is a
As
good
much as
runner, bro. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean he hurled one of the Vikings last year. I forget who he hurled, but Mitch is a really good
It's
quarterback.
probably Anthony Barr.
It probably was. Anthony Barr got exposed last year.
He sure did, but got himself a big old deal.
Yeah. Hopefully, Allen Robinson becomes a more consistent target in that offense. I feel like he definitely has the talent too. It's all on Mitch. The ball's
Yeah.
in Mitch's court. So,
I mean, last year he's coming off an ACL tear the year before too.
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he did well. He played well. But yeah, so that's 73.
Yep. 73.
73. I have Geronimo Allison. He
Okay.
played 5 games. He's the second receiver with the best quarterback in the ever throwing to him. You like Geronimo, I know you do. He
Yeah, I
had
do.
5 games, 20 receptions, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns. So in 5 games, he had 303 yards. That being said, he probably would have finished with in a full season like 900 and something yards and uh like 60 something receptions. You know,
Yeah.
if he played a full season, just taking it off of the 5 games he played. But I think if he could stay healthy, this could be one of those sleeper picks like
It could be.
that could
And
be
it
your
could
flex
be-
for a while, or even your number 2 receiver.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. It could be your number 2 receiver for sure.
Yeah, I mean Geronimo's got the tools. He's got the quarterback to throw to him. So, and I don't think a whole lot of people, especially if you're doing a live draft and they just see Geronimo Allison there, they're gonna be like, who the heck is Geronimo Allison?
Yeah.
I don't think a whole lot of people, unless you watch football hardcore, know about Geronimo. So,
It's not a bad pick. I have him going a little later, but I think you can get him a little later. That's
Yeah.
the only reason why I have him later. But
It's just-
I like that pick, honestly. I
Yeah.
like Geronimo.
it's just with these rounds, it's just so hard for me. I really wasn't going off ADP at all. Like I have some people that were supposed to go like 56th and stuff like that, and like still higher. And I'm just like, I'm not taking him.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, me just like kind of like reaching on people that I know about is kind of how I did it, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that's 73. Did you do 73? I can't remember ever.
Yeah, Allen Robinson.
Okay, I'll do 74 then. I have Daryl Henderson.
Okay.
He's a rookie running back,
Hmm.
and
For the Rams.
yes, um, I think he has the potential to get a lot of carries. Like I said, I like running backs, so to have him, I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. The whole situation with Todd Gurley is just weird.
It is weird.
But like we said at the beginning when we did draft Todd Gurley, you could probably get Daryl Henderson in the later rounds, and this might be a little early, but um, yeah, I just think he's gonna get a lot of carries. He has the potential to get a lot of carries, and
Yeah.
they drafted him kind of high, so which makes me a little worried about. It made me worried about Todd Gurley when they drafted him. It was just a little weird, but yeah,
Yeah, especially just having Todd Gurley like talent and then drafting
Todd Gurley's
another running back.
best
It just
running
doesn't
back in
make
the league,
sense.
pretty much. So, and
Yeah.
then they drafted him, I think third round. So it's just weird. Maybe second, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think it was third.
yeah, so this is where I would pick Daryl Henderson, seeing as if I had like a team already established, and yeah, I just don't know too much about the whole Todd Gurley situation. It might be a reach, but yeah. So that's my 74.
All right, my 74. I got Jordan Howard. Not too far behind Miles Sanders, but I think
Okay.
those two, just depending on who's the starter, can swap honestly.
Yeah. So pretty
And
much
hopefully it's
if you taking Jordan Howard there is just like you pretty much would take one of those Eagle running backs, but not
yeah,
knowing
whoever
like
the
who's
starter
gonna
is.
start, and then
Yeah,
whoever starts, you're pretty much just taking off the board,
I
or
don't know if I'd take him
maybe
off.
late, like 12th round, 11th round.
Yeah, probably that. Just because I feel like Sanders is probably going to be more of the receiving back. Jordan Howard can't catch, but he can run it. So
Yeah, Jordan Howard catches like he'll try to block and then he'll just roll out, and then that's pretty much Jordan Howard's catching game. He doesn't run routes like some of
no,
the
he
running
doesn't.
backs, but yeah, yeah. So Jordan Howard's pretty solid. And that I don't like I said we said we don't really know much about Miles Sanders, so
But
we just know that
yeah,
the average draft position on draft mock drafts show him before Jordan Howard. So
yeah. So yeah, that's my 74.
okay, go ahead and do 75.
75. I got a tight end.
Huh. Evan Ingram.
Eric. Nope. Eric Ebron.
Oh,
He gets the same thing I did for you.
yeah.
You already said the stats: 13 touchdowns. That's insane for a tight end.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
really,
that'll
it's
go
not
down.
insane, but it should go down. It'll probably go down to 7, 8. But
Well, just because if Jack Doyle can stay healthy, that Jack Doyle's a good receiving tight end too. So, and
yeah,
he
he
and he
is.
gets a lot of touchdowns as well for a tight end at least.
Yeah, I think Ebron's a little bit more versatile of a tight end than Jack Doyle, but I feel like Doyle's more of possession, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Ebron just finally learned how to catch the ball last year is what it was.
I know. I don't know why it didn't work out with him in
Here's my
Detroit.
theory. You ready? Matthew Stafford has a very strong arm. He throws super hard. So
Only
Ebron just couldn't catch it because it was coming at him so fast.
okay.
And then
That's why only Calvin Johnson's had good
yeah,
years.
and that's literally why Calvin Johnson, Marvin Jones, and Kenny Galladay have had pretty good years. You know,
Yeah,
but Ebron likes those soft passes and like the soft hands of Luck. I feel like Luck has baby hands. You know, so
he could.
Luck has an arm, but I feel like when it lands in the arms or the hands, it's just so soft. Like
He's got that
it's just
soft
so
touch.
it's so perfect.
He's
So
got that Midas touch.
yeah, so that's my theory to save Ebron's career. Um, yeah, Ebron's. We talked about him. He had a
Yeah.
great year last year. Nobody really expected that, to be honest.
No, nobody drafted him.
No, there was just like a waiver wire ad.
Yep.
Everybody trying to get him. Whoever was number one was getting him. So,
Hmm.
so 75. I got Aaron Rodgers because you convinced me. But I didn't take him as high as you.
Oh, he's not going here for sure. He's going way before.
Oh
this.
no, but this is literally based off where I would take him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, average draft position, he's obviously going super high. People are probably gonna take him third, fourth round.
Mhm.
This is what, eighth round right now,
Yeah.
and this is
Middle of the 8th.
literally where I'm taking him. And the only reason I put him here is because last episode Blake said he has a new coach. He's probably healthy, and the new offense, I just feel like without Mike McCarthy there now, like things can actually happen for that offense. So plus Geronimo being healthy, hopefully Geronimo, Devontae, Scantling.
Yeah.
It's a good receiving core, so Aaron Rodgers has potential to go off. Plus Aaron Jones kind of coming into his own at the end of the year
Yep.
also helps. That line is pretty solid. Um, but yeah, this is I would say eighth round, maybe seventh, depending on how my team is as high as I'm taking Aaron Rodgers, and then that'll be the last quarterback I take for probably till like the 10th round, till next episode, obviously till the 10th round. But
Yeah. I got quite a few quarterbacks in ninth and 10th. So
yeah, I mean, seeing as how this is going, me making this mock draft, it's I might lean towards more quarterbacks just because it's so awful at the end of the rounds.
it is.
But yeah, so that's my 75th pick. 76, I have N'Keal Harry, which is kind of high, but he's in the Patriots offense where I think he will get a lot of touchdowns. He will have like a Mike Williams season as a
Yeah.
rookie.
Someone's got to take over for Gronk, and I don't think Edelman can really.
I think Edelman will have a lot of receptions, but I think N'Keal will have like 50 receptions, 750 yards, and like 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, a lot of scores.
Yeah, and Nikhil obviously went to ASU, so I'm kind of a homie about it. I love ASU. You like U of A, which is but
Yeah, U of A's been bad at football.
yeah. So Nikhil, I've watched a lot of Nikhil. He reminds me of Des Bryant, but without
Yeah,
the crappy personality. And like
that's always
just
good.
the cockiness. Yeah, like you want to be cocky, but Nikhil's at just like a confident, do his job kind of receiver. But yeah,
It,
I love Nikhil so much. I was really hoping the Ravens would get him, but instead we got Hollywood, which is fine. Um,
Hollywood's fast, but I
Hollywood's
like
fast.
Nikhil too. I was watching some of his highlights on Twitter, and he was just lighting it up at ASU.
Yeah, he catches the ball over everybody. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you put it in the right spot, he will go get it. He's kind of Hopkins, but I compare him as Des Bryant just because Des Bryant was a great receiver, big
Yeah.
time red zone threat. Wasn't the fastest. Nikhil's not the fastest. He's still around like a 4.5 40, which is better. I think he might have ran like a 4.48 maybe, something like that. But which is better than anyone thought. But yeah, so that's Nikhil. He's on the Patriots. It sucks. Now I'm gonna hate Nikhil for the rest of his career until he gets traded or is a free agent and hopefully leaves. But yeah, it's just a high-powered offense kind of. I don't know how far Tom Brady can throw anymore, but we'll see.
Oh, I just saw on Twitter. I guess Tom Brady posted a picture of one of those things that records how fast you throw a football.
Uh huh.
He's throwing 61 miles per hour still. So
Oh well, there you go. I knew that. That's why I took Nikhil there. So
yeah, there you go.
all right.
I don't know how long it'll last.
Yeah.
The 61 miles per hour. That's
Yeah.
probably just first throw of the day.
Yeah.
The next one was 48.
Well, hopefully his first throws of the day go to Nikhil. So.
Uh,
Yeah.
that
So
was 76.
yes.
Yeah, I got Daryl Henderson here, so
Okay.
not too far behind you.
I honestly thought I reached on him. So
No,
it's
no, you,
nice to
you
see.
can't. With all the speculations of Todd Gurley right now, it's so weird just the back and forth between him. Like the coach is saying, "Oh yeah, he has arthritis in his knee," and then Gurley comes out and says, "No, I'm fine. I'm playing next year." You know,
Yeah.
it just
It's
hard
weird,
to.
man. That whole
Yeah.
situation. The honestly, I would stay away from Rams running backs. A lot of people tell me like, "Oh, Gurley's gonna be fine. Gurley's gonna be fine." I personally, I don't know if I would draft him if I had him there. You know, that
I
high.
would draft him as my second running back.
Okay, but so you would go like 1, 2, because he's going
Yeah.
second round, or
Yeah,
or
I'll
first
pick him
round.
in
I
the
bet.
second round.
Yeah. See, I don't know. It depends on maybe if I had the last pick in the second round, he's still there. You know.
Yeah,
But just the whole situation's just weird to me, and I don't want to get hosed for the rest of the season not having what I thought was gonna be my number one or number two running back for the whole season. You know?
yeah. Maybe I'll just draft him in one league, and like my other three leagues, I'll just
Yeah,
stay away.
like in a more serious league, like maybe stay away from him. But in a league
Yeah,
that you're like $20 or $10 or even free, maybe
why not
yeah, might as well.
experiment? You know.
Yeah. So Daryl Henderson, I don't know where people actually would take him to be honest.
Yeah,
But
I think this is a good spot for him.
yeah, it's
Just
definitely a
because.
safe spot, eighth round. late eighth
Yeah,
round. So
because more than likely you have at least 3 running backs before this, so this is really just a bench spot, a handcuff if you have Gurley.
yeah,
Uh, just a safe pick, I feel like,
yeah, for
especially in an
sure.
offense like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Daryl Henderson is, yeah, it's for sure a safe pick.
So yeah, that was
Um,
76.
all right, I'll do 77. All right, I'm taking Larry Fitzgerald. He's still at 69 receptions, 734 yards, 6 touchdowns, and
Larry,
one of the worst
Larry.
offenses ever known to man.
Yeah,
Um, I love Larry. Never had Larry on my team. If I drafted Larry, I feel like my fantasy team would just play with so much heart and love, bro. Knowing that Larry's on the team, like
absolutely.
I just feel like our chemistry would just as soon as I take Larry, chemistry for my fantasy team is going up, bro.
It
And
makes sense.
and yeah,
Absolutely makes
yeah,
sense.
and I think if Larry's on the team, even if he's on the bench, my other players will just respect the game more and just put up numbers. So,
Put up
uh,
numbers for him.
yeah, do it for Larry. So, but in realistically, I've never had Larry. I've always wanted Larry Fitzgerald on my team, just because it would give me a reason to watch the Cardinals, which it's very hard for me to do. But like, I want to do it for my wife, obviously, just because she always watches the Cardinals games. But yeah, Larry. I feel like Larry could be good in that offense, and even last year's numbers. It's like to not see him get 1,000 yards or 100 receptions, but I think he can get like 85 receptions, so bump the receptions up to like 16, and I think he could possibly get 1,000 yards. Like I was gonna make that as my bold prediction, but I already did Christian Kirk, so
Yeah, have them
um,
both at 1,000. That'd be
that
pretty
would be
bold.
ideal for sure and bold. But yeah, so I know on ADP I probably drafted him way sooner, but like I said, I saw the receivers, I saw the running backs. I would rather have Larry than most of the people on there. So
Larry Legend.
yep,
I
Larry
like Larry.
Legend. I love
I don't
Larry.
mind that pick, but
Have you ever had him on your
hopefully,
team?
I don't think so.
Yeah, wouldn't it just be nice to just have Larry on squad, bro?
It'd be nice to have him on squad and then him produce.
It would. Well, back in the day, like a year ago, not last year, but the year before, it was just like people would
How
get
is
him
he
in the
still doing this?
yeah, people would get him in the third round, and he's still putting up 100 receptions and top five. He led the league in receptions 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he sure did.
So yeah, that's my 77th.
All right, 77, another tight end. Can you
God,
guess who?
uh, Evan Ingram.
Yes.
Whew.
I have. I had a lot of shares of him last year, and I have him in Dynasty too. So I have a decent feel for him. I feel like I've said before, is when Odell goes out, Evan Ingram is the next guy up.
Evan Ingram should just be the number one receiver for that team,
I think so.
and
He's
they should
he's a
just draft
fast
another
tight
tight end.
end.
He should
Yeah,
just be a receiver, honestly.
him and Sterling out there, and then Golden Tate in the slot.
Yeah, and then pick up a tight end.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
It would work. I mean, he's like six. He's not like a huge tight end. I don't think,
Yeah, but
but he's quick too.
he's going to be a safety blanket for Eli if it's Eli.
Yeah,
Uh,
or Daniel Jones doesn't really matter.
yeah, I feel like he'll be more of a safety blanket for Eli because Eli's near the end of his career and he just wants to dump it off. So
Yeah, the thing with Ingram is like he's such a better receiver than he is like a tight end, traditional tight end, because he
oh yeah,
sucks at blocking. He's terrible
he's
at blocking.
horrible.
If the the thing with Ingram is like if he's not in on like third and goal, second and goal, you know they're running the ball or like first and goal. But like if he's in on second or third and goal or something, you know they're probably throwing the ball because he sucks so bad at blocking. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
If they made him number receiver, I mean he probably would go off. It'd be an easy 1,000 yards for him.
probably
But
not with Eli though.
no, not with Daniel Jones either. So poor Evan.
Poor Evan. Yeah, I have him there though. I like Evan.
Yeah, for me it was either OJ Howard or Evan Ingram all last year, and I would just keep going back and forth through free agency, like who do I want to start this year matchup wise, or this week matchup wise. So
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing.
no, but yeah, so that was 78 for you.
That was 77.
Okay, go ahead and do your next one then.
78. I got Royce Freeman. I don't know if you like that pick. I don't. You don't like Royce Freeman that much, huh?
No, and I love Philip Lindsay, so
Yeah, I love Philip Lindsay too, but I feel like they have so much invested in Royce Freeman because didn't they get him in the first round last year
Did they?
or second round? I know that they drafted him before Philip Lindsay, obviously,
Oh
because
yeah,
Lindsay
because
didn't get drafted.
Lindsey was undrafted. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Um.
feel like Lindsay coming off the injury, Freeman's gonna have some good weeks at the beginning, so I feel like he's start worthy at the beginning of the year, and then it'll probably be Lindsay taking over. But hopefully they share the load because I think Freeman wasn't really given a fair chance.
Yeah, Royce was a third round pick, so
Was he third?
yeah, which is still it's decently high. Like you expect him to produce at that in that round.
Yeah.
Um, I don't mind the pick. I think if you did draft him here and he did produce, obviously it's like a steal. For this eighth round, I mean, I honestly whoever you take here, Blake, it's just like except for
And not
quarterbacks.
only that, you're getting into handcuffs, so this is another handcuff for Philip Lindsay in case something goes wrong. So
Yeah,
if you have Philip Lindsay, take Royce Freeman, and you have that safety blanket.
yeah,
You don't have to go searching the waiver wire for someone.
yeah. I think like if you anyone you take here is just, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Like this is like where like sleepers go, or who you think is gonna actually produce that nobody's really high on. You know,
Yeah,
with these rounds, it's just I don't know. After doing my draft, it's tough. So yeah,
it
I don't.
is.
I mean, I'm not gonna bash you for that pick. I don't know a whole lot about Royce, but just watching Philip Lindsay tear it up last year was just makes me not know a whole lot about Royce. Obviously,
Yeah,
just because Philip Lindsay was just so nice. So
he sure was.
so my 78th is Mecole Hardman. He's a rookie receiver, drafted in the second round. He's got Mahomes throwing to him. They're super high on Mecole Hardman, so there's a reason they drafted him that high.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
So if Tyreek is there and Sammy's there, are you taking him this early?
if Tyreek's there, no.
Okay.
If it's just Sammy, yes, because I don't even have Sammy on my board, bro. I don't know how you could take Sammy. It blew my mind that you put that.
Honestly, I feel like
Stop.
Mahomes can make
Just
anyone look
stop.
good.
You can't make you can't make a guy look good when he doesn't play though.
He'll play. It's Sammy Watkins, man.
Exactly.
Another Clemson
Exactly.
receiver.
Okay. That's the only pick I hated. I did not like that. I was so shooketh when you did that pick.
Yeah, it's because I had him that one year he went off,
I get it, but
and he's had games where he's done really well.
mm-hmm.
I don't know why I have faith in him honestly, but I think if Tyreek's out and it's him and Hardman, I feel like they'll both. Hardman will probably do better,
Mm-hmm.
but my hope is Sammy actually does something.
I love Sammy and Madden. I like him as a he has the physical tools to be such a good receiver,
Yeah,
but he's Derrick Rose of the NFL. So
makes sense.
yes.
That's a yeah, that totally makes sense. Never even thought of that.
Yeah, he's MVP talent wise, receiver wise, but he just doesn't got the knees, bro.
It's
Um,
the foot.
if they try to use him differently to where like he's not just running deep routes and getting drilled. Oh, it is the foot, huh? It's the foot, and he's torn his ACL, hasn't he?
I think he has, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's lately been the foot.
Yeah. So, which sucks. I don't know how
But
you even fix that. You need
the
to just
thing with D Rose is he had a 50-point game last year, so Sammy
okay.
is gonna is gonna drop a 50 bird.
Oh my gosh.
Hey
I mean, he
man,
has
you're
the
getting
potential to
prepared.
with Mahomes throwing to him, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
exactly.
I, I, I just took Mecole Hardman. It's a safer pick, and I
Yeah,
know that they like him a lot. I mean, it was their first pick. They didn't have a first rounder, so that was their first pick was a receiver. So they obviously knew that they needed to. What was going on with Tyreek, and then obviously Sammy not being healthy, they had to address that pick as being a receiver. So
yeah, it's a
um
good pick.
yeah. So did you do 78?
Yep,
Okay, go ahead and do 79 then.
79. I got Cortland Sutton here,
Ooh,
and
Cortland.
yeah, I'm a fan of Cortland Sutton, especially with Joe Flacco in that offense.
Yep, he's my next
I think,
pick. So my 80th,
yeah,
my last
I
pick.
think, did we discuss this last episode?
No, I don't think so.
Oh well, Joe Flacco had a good start of the year last year with John Brown.
Yes,
John Brown is actually
even
playable
though
in fantasy.
even though Cortland Sutton is nothing like John Brown.
No, they're two different
It's
breeds,
much
but I
he's
feel
more a Michael Crabtree type.
who Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Cortland Sutton's an all-around good receiver, while John Brown is like speedy,
Yeah.
beat you with speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Cortland
I
Sutton's he still had 700 yards last year. Did you know that?
did not know that.
Yeah. He just didn't have a whole lot of receptions.
Yeah,
He's he's my last pick. So this is your 79th pick?
yeah,
Okay, so we pretty much have him close. He's 6'3". He's a big target for Flacco, which is
hmm
nice. I'm not comparing him to Bolden in any way, but like I could see him and Flacco having that connection like him and Bolden did. So,
yeah.
um, yeah, that's. I mean, Cortland Sutton's the number one receiver for that team. Sanders is a slot receiver.
And
They
then they have
obviously don't have
Deshaun
to.
Hamilton,
Yeah, which
another rookie they drafted last year.
yeah. But yeah, Cortland Sutton. Hopefully Joe Flacco can just throw the ball. Man, he has some accuracy issues. I feel like, but he hasn't. When he throws the ball, it's nice sometimes. Like it's super on point.
Yeah,
But
and I feel like Joe Flacco's better than Case Keenum. As much as that like hurts me because I love Case Keenum and what he did for Minnesota.
yeah,
I think Joe Flacco's just a little bit better.
I think
I feel
Case Keenum
pressure
feels
that.
alright about it because he's just gonna be sitting on the bench making $20 million a games or a year or so.
Yeah, isn't he in Washington now?
Is he?
Where did he go?
Oh yeah, they
Or
did trade
no?
him.
Yeah. I think he's behind Alex Smith.
Okay, that doesn't exist, fam.
Yeah,
That's
Alex
who's
Smith.
in Washington. So he's ahead of Dwayne Haskins.
Is he?
Yes, pretty sure they're battling it out.
But they still have Alex Smith there.
He's not coming back,
He could.
bro. He destroyed his leg.
He got surgery and everything.
Uh,
But he's not going to be a starter, that's for sure. But he's still on the team.
yeah, I get that, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's it's not even a battle for Alex Smith right now. I feel like he's still recovering from that disgusting injury.
Yeah. You want to know what's weird about the injury too is that his leg got infected too,
Oh, I know.
and same with Darius Geis. Like both knee injuries, and
Mhm.
then they both got infected. And I think Colt McCoy did too. And
Really?
yeah, he was on the same team last year when he took over for Alex Smith. Leg
Yeah.
injury and then infection.
Huh.
Weird fact for you.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder how it gets infected. Like they
I
just don't
think
clean it right, or
I have no clue. It's that Washington air.
don't. Yeah.
Never been there.
Yeah, I feel like it's actually good because it's always raining. So,
Yeah, probably.
so that was your 79th. That's my last pick. So my 79th is Ronald Jones.
Okay.
Um, he's better than Peyton Barber. He had like 20 rushes for like 48 yards, but I feel like he's a complete back. And the
Yeah,
reason
he
I'm
wasn't really given a chance.
no, the reason I'm picking here is because he wasn't given a chance. Um, and he's in a Bruce Arians offense who actually has like really good run schemes and really good uh like plays for a running back to where they can catch the ball, you know. And
Yeah.
I feel like Ronald Jones is a good receiving back, so I think he has potential to have a breakout year. That's why I'm taking him this much later, in like this is like the eighth round, last pick almost. So
That's not a
um,
bad pick.
yeah, it's just like I don't know much about what's going on with that running back situation, but Peyton Barber is not that great. Ronald Jones was drafted pretty high, so I think if healthy, coming off the injury of last year and then playing a minimal, that he could have a breakout year. So
Yeah, not a bad pick.
yeah, and then 80 was Cortland for me, obviously, and then here's the last pick in the draft or the eighth round.
Can you guess who my last pick is?
Have I picked him already?
No. Think bold.
Is it tight end?
No.
Okay. Uh,
Running back.
thinking bold. Kenneth Dixon.
No, Adrian Peterson. Thinking bold. Come on,
Oh, wow. I'm an idiot. Hello.
that guy. Pretty early for AP, but I don't know. I like Geis, don't get me wrong, but I think AP established himself last year, and they brought him back for a reason. So
Yeah, not, I
I
feel
think,
like it's more like not knowing what Geist is gonna do too.
yeah,
That's why
exactly.
they
And I
brought
think
him
AP's
back.
the sure thing
Yeah, for now.
for
Hopefully
now.
AP
Exactly.
doesn't get hurt or. I mean, I don't think he's gonna fall off by any means. I think the only thing that's gonna happen is he could potentially get hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean, AP's just hasn't really stopped doing it. He even did it for the Cardinals. So
Yeah. Exactly. He had games with the Cardinals. I mean, I think he had a neck injury that finally took him out when he was
yeah,
playing for the Cards.
yeah,
But
he did.
it's just insane to see a 1,000 yard rusher at what age is he? 34, 35?
Yeah, yeah,
I think he can still do it
it's pretty nuts. He's all day, man.
all day.
But okay, so that concludes the 7th through 8th rounds. Obviously, it's gonna be hard for you to listen. All you have to do is go back to the SoundCloud. But from here on out, it'll be on YouTube. So just
Can we post those other ones on YouTube?
we probably could.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess I could. Um,
Yeah,
ooh,
because you have all the edited ones.
pooch barking and stuff. All right, so final part of the podcast. Ooh,
Please keep that in. Ooh.
she's really pissing me off.
Ooh.
So final part is what team you on? So, and it's
You
gonna be
doing the
me this
intro this
time.
week? You gonna do the intro?
I don't want to. You do it.
What team me on? I dragged on the what way too much. All right, so you ready for this?
Yes. Oh, I'm going. That's right. Okay. I had to mute my mic and tell my dog to shut up, so
Oh, it's all
that's why I
good.
didn't answer right there. But yeah, go ahead. I'm so
All
ready.
right.
Be easy on me, Blake.
You want me to give you an easy one?
Sure.
All right. Tyrann Mathieu.
Chiefs.
There you go. There's your easy one. I actually picked 6 people because I was going to give you an easy one, depending on how this podcast went. But
Did it go good for you? Like you don't
yeah,
hate me or something?
no, I don't hate you.
Depending on how much you hated me at the end of the podcast is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. That's scary. All right, go
Super scary. All right, so you got that one. You're 1 for 1.
Oof, I'm a star.
All right. Let's see. Jesse James.
Jesse James. Ooh. Bro, I saw this. I feel like I was like, why?
No pressure.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say the Titans.
Nope. Not too far off color wise. Lions.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Gosh. Because Doug, I told Doug about that crap. The thing about this, dude, these happened so long ago, it's so hard to remember.
I know. That's exactly how I feel.
Like
when
during
I'm put
this
on the
season,
spot.
I feel like I'm gonna be spot on. Like it,
Yeah.
I feel like
'Cause you'll
both of
see-
us will. Like,
You'll see the name to the jersey. You'll see him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
it's like a real quick. Oh, Jesse James went to the Lions. It happened 2 months ago, 3 months ago, so it's so hard to remember.
Yeah, it is.
So
So that's 1 for 2.
yeah, I wasn't given a fair chance.
Why is that not a fair chance? Come on. You gave me Demetrius Harris.
I know that's tough.
It's like
Okay,
the same thing.
all right, I'm ready. One for
All
two.
right. Nope. Yep. 1 for 2. Number 3. Ha Clinton Dix.
Haha, Clinton Dix went to the Redskins.
Last year he did. Yes.
That's right.
He got traded. That's your guess, because I did the same thing, and then you took that as my guess.
Okay, let me just guess again. You don't have to
All right,
get
I'll
it.
let you guess.
He went. Haha went to the freaking. I want to say the Bears, but I don't think that's right. Is it the Bears?
It is the Bears. I'll
Dang
give you
it.
1.5.
That should be 1.5 because they lost Amos. So
Yeah, they did. And Amos went to the Packers?
yeah, which is a
Yeah,
steal.
it's like they swapped.
That's right. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give you 1.5 out of 3. I'm
Wow.
generous.
Oh, you're so nice. I wouldn't have done that for you.
I know you wouldn't have. Kindness is going to rub off on you, hopefully.
Hopefully it rubs off on you so you do better.
All right, and end the show.
All right, that's it.
All right, so that was 3. 1.5 for 3.
Oof.
All right, I got 3 more players. We'll do 5, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah, just give me 5.
Yeah, let's go. Where did Paxton Lynch go?
Paxton Lynch went to the Seahawks. You give me another
Gosh, dang
Seahawks.
it.
You give me another Seahawks player. You're gonna regret it, Blake.
I probably shouldn't have done that one. I have another quarterback too.
It's because I was looking. I was looking at the. I was looking at a thing Team Stream put out. It was like best backup core, quarterback core. I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck, Seahawks? Number 2 quarterback is Paxton Lynch. I was like, that's not bad, but it's not that great.
No, I don't. I'm not a fan of Paxton, but
Yeah, but he's
it's
above
not a
Gino,
bad.
so
Yeah, definitely above Gino.
oh, which is disrespectful.
All right, so 2.5 for 4.
Yes.
All right, last one. Terrell Pryor. I think this one was more recent too.
Terrell Pryor?
Dumpster fire Terrell Pryor.
God, he had such a good year one year.
Yeah, for the Browns, and then overdrafted him when he went to the Redskins.
Chiefs.
Nope,
Damn it.
Jacksonville.
Yikes. God, it just doesn't get very much better for old Terrell.
Nope. All right,
Well,
2.5 for 5. That's 50%. That's not bad.
that sucks, man.
Hey, at least it's not 1 for 5.
You gave me freaking Terrell Pryor, bro.
Hey, that happened recently.
Did you even give me a defensive player? Tyron Matthew.
Haha.
Oh, okay.
Gave you Jesse James.
You
That's
couldn't have gave
not
me
a
like
bad one.
Tavon Young or something?
Okay, because he switched teams.
Did he? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so 2.5 out of 5. It's not terrible. What am I like?
It's not the worst on the episode, on the
5.
podcast.
I'm 5.5 out of 11.
Is that
So,
what you are?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like 2 for 20. So
2 for 10, shooting
I know.
20% like Tony Barone. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps it up. If you made it this far, as always, we appreciate it. I hope the YouTube makes it easier for everyone to listen, and it's obviously gonna help us out. So
Easier to post. So
yeah, and I just feel like it's way better, like to get more big and like nationwide, worldwide on YouTube rather than SoundCloud, because I mean YouTube has a better way of like giving it off to just random videos that people will like oh here's a video you might like, stuff like that. So
yeah,
um yeah, so if you made this far, we appreciate it. Just make sure to subscribe, like, all that stuff to help us out. We really appreciate it. um as always,
leave
Blake,
some
let's just
comments.
yeah, leave some comments. Honestly, if you have like any like questions about like what do you think about this player, how is he gonna do, or if anything like that, or like what do you think stat wise this like Todd Gurley will get this year, anything, we could include that into our podcast. Like I would actually enjoy answering questions like that, so making that
Or
like a
just
little
bash us,
segment.
for our
Yeah,
picks.
yeah, even bash us, tell us we suck or we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
I mean,
uh
I'll cry a little bit, but
yeah,
that's fine.
yeah, I'll cry, but joke's on you because you still listen to it, and so uh but yeah, so anyways, I'll let Blake end it because he's so good at it. Go ahead, Blake.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.